So it's been 2 weeks since I started my pre-op diet, and I am going into the third week. The first week I did it. I said I wasn't going to, but I did, and I shouldn't have, but I did. I weighed myself after the first week, and I'd lost like 5 pounds, and that's great, but um, like initially you're losing all that glycogen and water that's stored up in your muscles, and so I was kind of expecting more. And I think, a lot of the reasons that I struggle so much with dieting is because when you are working so hard to diet and you don't see, like, you feel like you're running in place, and like you're spending your day obsessing over like literally every morsel that goes into your mouth, and how much you're putting in your mouth, how many calories it has, when you're eating, what you're eating, all that stuff. It's exhausting. It's like a whole other job. But I felt pretty good. I felt like, the funny thing is even without the scale, like, you can feel the changes in your body and like how your clothes fit, that loss. So like, the scale is just a liar, and I know to stay away from it, but I did, and I took measurements, at the beginning and everything. But the second week, the funny thing is, the second week I weighed in again, like I weighed in today, and I'm up a pound from the 5 that I lost. So technically, according to the scale, I've only lost 4 pounds in the first 2 weeks, or first 2 weeks of dieting, and like, it's like heart-wrenching. But I've been very strict with my calorie intake, no dairy, no sugar, no caffeine, high protein, low carb, low fat. I'm doing all the things, and a lot of it has been protein shakes and vegetables. I'm eating a ton of that magic soup. If you've never heard of it, you should go look it up. It's basically a vegetable soup, and it's actually really good. It's like something that I could eat on a regular basis, and I think I might actually, because the broth is very tasty. It's a chicken tomato base, almost like a minestrone soup, but it's like got cabbage in it and a bunch of other stuff, and you can change it, like do the vegetables that you like. I switched mine up a little bit, but between the magic soup and the protein shakes, like, I can feel a huge difference in my body, but the scale isn't showing anything. So I was like, oh well, okay, like, I know the scale lies. So I went and measured myself, and I'd gained 2 inches. Like, and the crazy thing is we were doing the fireworks stand. So like, my daughter does dance, and we do a fundraiser every year, and we sell fireworks, and it's like hot and grueling, hard work hauling boxes, and like, I did like 10,000 steps in like the first 5 hours of my day, at the fireworks stand, and I knew I was burning a ton of calories, and so, like, while I feel so different in my body, the scale and even my measurements didn't pan out. I was like, how did I gain 2 inches? And more than likely it is water weight, because I have been drinking so much water, and also electrolyte water. So I'm probably retaining a lot of water while at the same time losing weight and building muscle. And between those 3 things, I'm probably just not showing. But I mean, telling myself that and knowing that is different than how I feel about it. Like, I'm still feel crappy about it. You know what I mean? Because, the love-hate relationship that I, have had with my body for the last 30 years it's a little toxic, not gonna lie. I expect it to snap into if I want it to do something, like, it better do it, but it doesn't do that anymore. It's very slow and very difficult to lose weight. But I know for certain that all the efforts that I've made in the last 2 weeks have made a huge impact. So I am 1 week out from surgery, and I leave on Sunday. My plane flies out, and the 2 days prior I'm full liquids, but I think I'm probably going to go full liquids before that, because I really want a clean system. And I have someone who works for me who's she's doing surgery the day after mine, but here in the States, so she's not going to Mexico, but she's on a full liquid diet for 2 weeks, and she's really struggling and having a hard time. But I watched a lot of videos and read a lot on the liver reduction diet, and you don't necessarily have to do full liquids to reduce your liver, the fatty deposits in your liver that are going to make your surgery safer. But it's like a 600 to 700 calorie diet a day that reduces your liver size, so that when you go for surgery, because this has nothing to do with losing weight, this has everything to do with reducing liver, so that when you go in for surgery, your liver is not in the way, it's not laying on top of your stomach. So that's how I understand it. But and everything else, like you can't have supplements, you can't do the collagen because that's a supplement, you can't take vitamins because all that stuff can affect your the thickness of your blood. So caffeine, that's one of the reasons you can't have caffeine, because it's a blood thinner. And there's a lot that goes into it, and I've been educating myself, and I've gone through the Mexico Bariatric Center's entire website and made sure that I'm following everything. But I've had a few slip ups, like I didn't realize that I wasn't supposed to take collagen or use collagen in my broth, because I didn't really think of it as a supplement, but it is a supplement. So but I'm concerned, like I said, I'm concerned about my hair loss. But I just need to not be drinking it for the 3 weeks that I'm on the diet. I can go back to it, once I think in thick liquid stage. I'm gonna ask MBC if I have to wait until thin or thick liquid stage. But yeah, so we just have about 7 more days of dieting, preoperative diet, and then I'm on my way for surgery. So I'm gonna try to keep everybody updated and keep doing these, updates for this whole journey that I'm on. But I want to do another video, but I need to talk about the emotional aspects of what I'm doing and how it's going to affect me, because I am concerned about how it's going to affect my family, my daughter, my husband. So I'll do a whole nother video for that. But there's emotional side of this. So I'm seeing a therapist tomorrow, actually, to talk about all of that, and really get down to business on my mental health, and set up a program for myself, because I'm doing it in Mexico, so I don't have the support. I'm not doing the same thing that people in the States have done, but I'm trying to make that system for myself here at home. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So it's a big change, and I've been watching people's journeys on the Facebook group page, and I have some to say about that, so I'll do that in another video.